Today we're diving into a somewhat controversial topic, the iPhone 15 Pro versus Samsung S24 Ultra. As someone who has been a long-time Apple user, I recently decided to give the S24 Ultra a try. In this video, I'll share my experience, compare two devices, and explain why I've chosen to use both. Let's get started. First, let me give you some context. I've been an Apple user for the past 10 plus years. Fully immersed in their ecosystem too. The iPhone has been go-to device for everything from communication to creative work. However, recently I started to feel like something was missing. That's when the Samsung S24 Ultra caught my attention. What drew me to the S24 Ultra were three main factors: the larger display, which can be perfect for productivity, impressive battery life that I've heard really good stories about, and the highly praised camera system. On the flip side, I was facing some issues with the iPhone 15 Pro. Well, not really issues, but let's say a bit of boredom. A boredom because there has been lack of newness since iPhone whatever. Of course, there's been lots of improvements, but we can easily get used to these improvements and not think like there's some big change. And that's what's kind of going on with me lately. But if you were to talk about an issue, battery life wasn't meeting my needs with the 15 Pro. I would find myself needing to charge a couple times a day. My journey with the S24 Ultra began during a trip. I decided to use both phones to get a fair comparison. Right off the bat, I was impressed with a few things. The S Pen, a unique feature that opened up a few new possibilities for me, especially when photo editing. And also, switching to Samsung could mean that I would be setting up myself for a promising new ecosystem. However, the transition wasn't all smooth sailing. I encountered some ecosystem issues that made me question my decision. The Apple ecosystem is just more than a phone for me. It's a seamless integrated experience. It is the system that I computer in. Features like AirDrop, smooth AirPods connectivity, and FaceTime are deeply integrated into my daily routine. Losing these wasn't just about green bubbles replacing blue ones in text messages. It was a more profound change. At this point, I seriously consider sticking with my iPhone 15 Pro. Now let's talk about something that is crucial to me when it comes to smartphones: the camera. I compared the cameras on both the S24 Ultra and iPhone 15 Pro extensively. And here's what I'm finding. When it comes to photo, the S24 Ultra truly shines here. The level of detail, the versatility, especially with that 10x optical zoom, is so impressive. It's a very versatile camera with tons of pro features. But when it comes to video, the iPhone 15 Pro takes the lead. Its video capabilities, particularly the log recording, are crucial for my work. Now, some of you probably think, I don't really need the log recording. And you might be right, the log recording is only for a very small segment of the market. But we have to realize that the S24 Ultra is competing with the Pro models of the iPhone 15. And these Pro models come with the log recording. Now, it does matching capabilities when it comes to photo. So my question is, why not for video? I just wish the S24 Ultra didn't have this limitation. The S24 Ultra was almost perfect. Almost. I hope they will bring log for S25 Ultra. Overall, to end the debate, if I had to choose, I'd say Samsung wins for photography while the iPhone takes the lead for video. But more than photography, the S24 Ultra has other benefits, like an exceptional battery life. I mean, it's not a game changer, but it is, I would say, 20 to 30% better compared to the iPhone 15 Pro, depending on your use case, of course. Also, things like a larger display, which is great for me, and the 10x optical zoom, which opens up a lot of camera possibilities. And one other thing with the camera, a manual photo mode for more control is amazing. I wish Apple brought this in, but that's kind of not their philosophy. They want to keep things very simple for the user. And lastly, the S Pen. The S Pen is useful for so many things. Now, a lot of people use it for note-taking, but I use it for photo editing. When it comes to editing, I want things precise. So the S Pen definitely brings that. Using all kinds of masking tools, this is very important for me. And when it comes to my photography style, masking is a huge factor. Even though the S24 Ultra is great at many things, there are some things that the iPhone 15 Pro advantages in. It's generally less glitchy with apps. For example, Instagram doesn't behave quite the same on the S24 Ultra. On the iPhone 15 Pro, Instagram runs pretty smoothly, whereas on the S24 Ultra, I find myself running into glitches, and I think this is mainly the developer's fault. I'm gonna guess. I feel like a lot of developers favor the iOS system a lot more. And also the build quality on the 15 Pro is excellent. I do like how the iPhone 15 Pro feels in hand a lot more. And in my experience, the Face ID is noticeably faster on the iPhone 15 Pro. It makes things like paying and signing into stuff a lot faster. And of course, with iPhone 15 Pro comes the seamless integration with the Apple ecosystem, which, like I said, this is the system I computer in as well. After carefully weighing the pros and cons of both devices, I came to a realization that there were aspects of both phones I simply couldn't give up. Each has its unique strengths that complements my lifestyle and work needs. So I asked myself the question that might seem unconventional at first. Why not use both? This decision wasn't made lightly. It came after weeks of testing and comparing, and really diving deep into each device. I found myself consistently switching between the two, and that's when it hit me. Instead of choosing one or the other, I could just choose both. So I set out to create a unique setup that would allow me to use both of these devices. The S24 Ultra became my work tablet. I use it for editing photos that are captured mobile and other prep work that I need to do for my YouTube channel. Let's say it's my unplugging device. And on this device, I don't go on social media at all. There is no distraction on this phone. And the iPhone 15 Pro, on the other hand, literally remains as my primary communication device. It's how I stay connected with FaceTime, iMessage, and use AirDrop if needed. And on top of that, if I do need to vlog with a smaller camera that can film in log profile, I'll just bring my iPhone 15 Pro with me to take advantage of the video. So basically, yes, while it seems unconventional to use two high-end smartphones, this setup allows me to enjoy best of both worlds. The S24 Ultra's impressive photo camera and productivity features complement the iPhone's seamless ecosystem integration and reliable performance, along with ProRes log shooting for video. It's really not about choosing one or the other, but it's about finding a way to maximize the benefits of both, at least in my use case. Now, which one should you go with? Basically, if you value battery life, a good photography camera, and freedom when it comes to your operating system, while until iOS 18 comes of course, along with a bigger screen, the S24 Ultra may be for you. However, if you are in Apple ecosystem at all, if you have a couple different Apple devices, and if you value being part of an ecosystem, you might want to choose the iPhone 15 Pro. Along with, if you want to take your video quality to the next level, iPhone 15 Pro is also a great option for you. The system performs well and very consistent, but that comes at a battery life sacrifice. Thank you for watching my iPhone 15 Pro versus Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra video. I'm working hard to bring you more cell phone reviews. There will be lots more in the future. As always, thank you for being here. It has been a pleasure. See you in the next one.